All right, good day, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're here with Henry Dotterer, the founder and president of Pros.com, and we're talking about a new initiative. We've got new membership, 2 different service packages. Henry, one, thank you for being here and talking to all of us. But let's hear it. Tell us what these 2 services packages are at the new Pros membership.
Okay, thanks, Drew. Hello, everybody. I'm delighted to be here with you and to have the chance to say thank you, first of all. First and foremost, I want to thank our translator and translation company members. It's your support of the site in the form of your investment in your business that makes all of this possible. I want to thank the visitors for being here. I want to thank the speakers for having made themselves expert in a field and be willing to share their expertise and doing the preparation required to make today good for all of you. I want to thank the vendors who are involved in this event for helping to underwrite the cost of the event, of course, but more importantly, for making great tools that improve our lives as translators. Finally, I want to thank the Pros.com staff, especially Drew, who's the mastermind behind virtual conferences and the erstwhile moderator of all the sessions and the producer even. What you've done here is really impressive, Drew, to deliver this tremendous amount of content, this caliber of speaker at no cost to 5 or 10,000 translators around the world. That's really fantastic. So congratulations and thank you for your hard work. Well, like I say, I'm very happy to be here with all of you. I spent the minutes leading up to this presentation looking at some of the profiles. I jumped to the first 5 or 6 or 8 profiles that were at the top of the page. And just to make sure, Drew, does everybody hear me? Drew, is this going through okay?
Yep.
We got it. Okay.
No, I confirm everything's coming through live and great. Thanks, Henry.
Good. Fantastic. So I looked at these profiles, and the first person I see is a translator in Portugal, an aviation expert, 20 years in aviation. Welcome. That's great. There's a translator in Turkey, technical documents, a translator in the Seychelles. Welcome. The tagline says also a biologist. That's pretty interesting. I see translators from Spain, Belarus, Italy, Ukraine, an immigration specialist in the UK. And I really, I just look at this and I say, isn't this wonderful? Isn't this great? This is the sort of thing that almost, many of you are young. Maybe you won't know what I'm talking about, but this almost could not be imagined not that long ago, that we would have this variety of people coming together, learning together, striving together, collaborating to take the next step in our respective careers. And I think we're really blessed to have this opportunity. And it makes me very happy. When I started Pros.com, I just mentioned the motivations before getting into all the membership stuff. I was a freelance translator in Japan. And frankly, it went pretty well for me as a freelance translator. I had this dream that as a freelancer, I'd be able to do what I want to do and travel when I want to travel and pick and choose who I wanted to work with. And for me, it really sort of did turn out that way. It took a couple of years, and you all know a lot goes into building up that client base and learning what you need to learn and figure out invoicing and tools and all of this sort of thing. But I had done it, and in my case, it turned out to be everything it was cracked up to be. Freelancing for me was a wonderful lifestyle, a really fulfilling, rewarding way of life. And with the internet coming online, I saw an opportunity to, when you really are happy with something, you want to share it. And that's how I felt when I started Pros.com. I saw the internet. I said, hey, boy, this really could be a tool to help other translators to do what I've done and, realize a dream or strive to meet their own objectives in their careers. And that's why I started Pros.com. So yeah, it's very satisfying to see this sort of an event happening. Fast forward to today. So that was 17 years ago. Today we're a company, you see me speaking here, but what you don't see is about 25 people on the line who work full-time for you, the freelance translator. And pardon me to the translation companies that are on this call, the change we're making in membership is related to the professional membership. So I'm really going to be speaking to the professional freelance translator in this session. That's not to forget you guys in companies. But, I think you probably already understand that it's by serving them first that we're able to also serve you very, very effectively and also help you to expand your business and improve your work. So not to ignore you. We may make a change or an improvement on your side of things in the future. We certainly are working on many things for companies as well. But getting to the point of the membership here. Well, first let me say the 25 people, it's the most rewarding thing for us is when a member pulls one of us aside or we have a support ticket or what have you and tells us their freelance story, tells us how they've met their objectives or asks us even for help even. A lot of times we'll share that among the team. That is what we do here. So know that. And if there's a way that we can help you, don't hesitate to reach out. You'd be surprised. We actually don't get that many calls here in the office. We do get calls, and we drop everything and we talk because that's what we're here for. If you're in the area, stop by the office. We'll take you to lunch. This is, there aren't too many companies in the world that serve freelance translators, and we really enjoy doing it. But to get to the point, this membership thing, and we're calling, basically the most succinct way I have to communicate this is basically there's still one membership, but now there are two service packages to choose from. So this adjustment we're making to membership is basically about giving you choice. And here's why. So we've been working on some things internally. I'm very happy to reach this day. It's been about a year in the making to announce this. But we've been working on a lot of things internally for the last couple of years. You may have seen things kind of stabilize at pros.com for a little while now. But we've been working on a lot of things internally. And you've probably seen those indications this year, even last year a little bit. So we released pros.com mobile. You see the TM Town acquisition. Those of you companies who are on the Translation Center know that we've done a lot of development there. We've published APIs. I don't know if you know what that means, but basically external developers are able to write programs that interact with the pros.com database and pros.com members, depending on permissions. But so we've been working on all these things, and now it's time to really pull them together and bring them to market. And thinking ahead to that, we said, how can we bring this to market in an effective way? Well, this is valuable stuff we're bringing in. It's stuff that has expenses. And we look at how can we do this. So we want to increase the cost of membership. You don't want to do that. You always want to bring in great new people, which benefits everybody, by the way. Don't think it dilutes. You have to understand how a network works. When a good professional comes along, we want to get them in. That's how all of us are here, So how can we do that? And the answer, it turns out, is choice. So if you like the stuff that we're bringing to market, we're giving you an opportunity to opt to purchase that. And if you're not interested in it, you don't need it, you don't have to. And we found out that, we hope, that in doing that, in separating our services into two packages that members can select, that you'll be able to pick the one that's just right for you. And so maybe that means you pay less for what you've already been getting in the membership. Or maybe it means, hey, this new thing is great. It's going to have value to you and your business, so you're going to purchase that. And this enables us to deliver on our mission with to people with a wider range of interests and needs. I hope that makes sense. Structurally, let me put it this way. Basically, when joining or renewing your membership subscription, you'll be given the opportunity to select between two service packages. Okay, so you're joining as a member, you're already a member, member's a member, but you get to pick which service package you want. There's two of them. The first is the standard service package. And I should have graphics and all this, but sorry, I'm just going to be talking through this here. The standard service package includes everything that you've known membership to include up till now. Nothing removed, nothing taken away. It's the membership you've been buying. Only it costs less now. I know it's weird. So, I mean, we've discussed this with the CPN group, some internal, private release, that sort of thing. And a lot of people wonder, what are you up to here? There's no catch. We've separated out two options. It's less expensive, and that should be good news. The second option, that's the new stuff. That's what we're bringing to market. We're calling it the Plus package. Okay, the Plus package is going to include everything that's in the standard package and then more. Okay, so what is that more? Get into that in a minute. Let me just first say, okay, now there's the standard and there's the Plus, but there's only one kind of member. It's not that there's first and second class members. No way. Members are members are member. Only one ribbon. There's not going to be any advantage to someone who buys a Plus package in the pros.com directory. Doesn't change the sort order. This doesn't affect the Certified Pro Network. Certified Pro Network is where you get screened and differentiate yourself. Okay, different thing. This is what package of services you buy. Hope that makes sense. Drew, are we getting any feedback on this in terms of chat or anything like that?
It just really a lot of people saying thanks and kudos, and they love pros, and that really appreciate everything that we've done for years and
Come
years.
on, Drew, you can be honest.
No, I'm reading you what people are saying.
Okay, all right, good. That's good to hear. So this pro package, we're not steeping the playing field. Nothing. We're not pulling carpets off of you or anything like that. It's just we're bringing these things to market. If you want them, you can buy them, and if you don't want them, you don't buy them. It's that simple. So what does it include? That's the big question. The package, the Plus package itself, is not going to be available until mid-November. It's got a November 15th release date. But I can tell you now that this package is targeted at the full-time, bona fide, all-in translator. Okay, that's who, when we work here, that's who we think of. And so what will that package include? Okay, there's going to be some new profile fields. Okay, there's some, the industry's migrating. The bar is getting higher for everybody. Some outsourcers have told us, they're going to need to know the translators a little bit better than they do today. In banking, they have know your client. You can't just work with any random person and have them in your supply chain. You need to kind of know who you're working with. And that takes time. It costs money. We've had companies tell us that they don't want to do that, and express the feeling that it'd be great if we did. Payability. Apparently it's an issue for LSPs. You work with a bunch of translators and you have these meddlesome issues when it comes time to pay. They want to know that people are payable. That sort of screening is something that we plan to start doing. That will be something in the Plus package. This is something I'm pretty excited about. There's going to be a basket of goods and services that we've gathered up from our vendor partners. So for 17 years, we've been doing this. Thanks to Drew and other people, we have great relationships with companies that make tools for translators, companies that sell products to translators, companies that sell training, individuals that offer training to translators. So we're leveraging those relationships to say, hey, we've got this body of translators, like translator group buying. We're putting together a basket of stuff that you can use at will. Use what's interesting to you. We have discussions going on now. We've secured at least one tool, a CAT tool, full-featured CAT tool that you get with the Plus package. That's the basket of goods and services. And we're estimating the value for now at $90 of that alone. We didn't put a value on the profile field. We don't know what that's worth. There's a library of training material. So up to now, we've sold this membership plus training package. About 2 people a day buy that. You get access to the type of training that, professionals use to meet continuing professional development needs. introductory stuff as well. But we really have hundreds of hours of training built up that now we can share with you. And how does that get paid for? We pay the trainers. Or some cases, we've already paid them to buy the content outright. But yeah, as many of you know, we have some great experts who offer training. And we package stuff up in this Plus package. We estimate the value of that at $50 to $100 at least. I mean, if you add up the value of each individual one, obviously it's much higher. But we think you might find that much value to you personally. And we, as I say, we have been selling that package at about $50 more, and people are buying it. So we know that that's kind of the value of that.
Hey, Henry, sorry to interrupt. Yep. Sorry, just one point of clarification. It's going to be thousands of hours of content. You said hundreds, but we have thousands of hours of video content. It's going to be a really valuable resource for folks.
Thank you. Now, here's one that's going to be a little fuzzy, I know, but it's probably the most important part of the Plus package. It's not necessarily going to be what you're buying today, but it's really the main part of the vision, frankly. And that's external client channels. Okay, so channels for meeting new clients, avenues, ways to meet new clients that are outside of pros.com. Okay, sounds fuzzy probably to many of you. I'll get into that more in a second. And then there's other services in development. That external channel for new clients, very, very difficult to estimate the value of that. We can say that it at least includes TM Town membership. People do buy that. If that's something you're interested in, that's in there. That's $144 price. So if you bought that, you know, we can roll that in, and that's going to be rolled in. You're going to have a migration path. If you're interested in buying that, it's in there. So right there, we've got a couple $100 of value that we're putting into this Plus package. So this is a very valuable package already. If you're interested, if you're not interested in any of it, it has no more value to you. It's not for you. That's why we're giving the choice here, because we understand there will be people that aren't interested in any of this, at least not now, maybe never. So we separate out. It's your choice. But about this external client channels, I just want to share a little bit of the vision so you kind of get where we're going with this. It's the long-term, multi-year plan. To build up a client base as a freelance translator, most of you know this, takes a little time. You can't predict what it's going to look like. We know you have to work hard at it, and you hope at the end of the day you're successful. It takes a little bit of guts, got to be a little bold, it's a little scary. That's what this is, and it is that for us. Here we are reducing the price of what we've been selling significantly. It's a little scary, but if you're gonna evolve along with a changing industry and keep pace in an internet where you have to run to stay in the same place, well, that's what you have to do, and that's what we do, and you have to do that as freelancers. So it's our job to help you. That's what this is about. All right. So what is the vision? What are these external channels? Okay, the internet is going cloud. Okay, that sounds like a buzzword. I don't want to use a buzzword. I don't like buzzwords, but that's just a way to explain the technology that's really evolving. So if you use Google services, some people don't like Google, whatever, but any of the big players, you're not going to Google to use their calendar. You're not going to Google to use Hangouts, or you're not going to Skype to use Skype. These services are brought to you at the place convenient to you, so that you can use them as you're living life. The industry's going that way. The world's going that way. The internet's going that way. The translation industry, we believe, will go that way. So as opposed to, up to now, up to a few years ago, you used to have to go to pros.com to use pros.com services. You want to, let's say you're translating in your CAT tool, you hit a tough term, you want to ask for help from a colleague. And how much time do we have, Drew? Let me make sure I'm not running over here.
We've got a solid maybe 11 or 12 more minutes.
Okay. So you probably see where I'm going with this. But you had to stop, leave your CAT tool, go to pros.com, maybe log in, ask the question, give the language pairs, put in all this data, go back to your CAT tool, continue working, go back to pros.com, check if you got the answer. That's how most people still work. But you don't have to work like that anymore. Okay, so we published these APIs so that external developers could access these pros.com services. So far, we've had a couple of CAD tool vendors, integrate pros.com services. So SDL made a plugin. Thank you, SDL. They made a plugin that shows pros.com job postings. Great. You don't have to leave SDL or your studio CAD tool to see pros.com job postings. You got the plugin. Cafe Tran implemented Kudos. So you don't have to leave your translation environment in order to ask a Kudos question and get the answer. Really, we internally, needed to get our brains around this as well. So we all got together here in Syracuse, right in this very room, and we did a hackathon. And we built a service in the cloud. It's the What I'm Working On service. Some of you like it, many of you like it, some of you don't. But that's a cloud service. So you can be on pros.com mobile. You can say, hey, I just finished interpreting for, a truck manufacturer. Share that with colleagues. And that goes all through an ecosystem, right? That's what we mean by cloud services. So in the future, consider this. Today, still 99%, 97% of the time, I don't know, the client goes to pros.com, searches the directory, usually in my job posting, searches the directory, finds your profile, contacts you, you get into communication, you go offline, and by the way, pros.com, right? No commission. We're not involved in the transaction. That's the way we run the business. It's for you. We try to run it the way that serves you and your business interests. Anyway, that's how it works today. Imagine a day where the client doesn't have to go to pros.com. They need an interpreter. They got a mobile app. They call up an interpreter. It doesn't go to pros.com. They don't go to pros.com. They don't search the directory. They go to you. They go to you. The LSP, they go to you. That's technically possible now. And so that sounds great to us for you. And so that's what we have to set ourselves to work on. That's what we've been at for a year or two. And that's where we're headed with Pro Plus. Okay, where are we now? I don't want anyone to expect day one, suddenly you get there. That's not where we're at. I want to be clear about that. Where we're at, there are a few companies that right now are discovering the profiles of pros.com translators from within their own project management systems. So some of you have met clients that way now. TMTEL, client activity is picking up. It's got a growth curve. People meet in a different way there. They don't have to come to pros.com. There's this document matching thing that works for people who have documents that aren't under NDA. That's all it's for. But yeah, I hope you get the picture of that. Enough of that. So it's a work in progress. We're really, I guess what we're saying in the pros package, the plus package is you already get all this stuff that's got this approximately this value. But we're inviting you to join us as we set about this little bit scary, maybe a little bit daunting challenge of growing your client base. That's what it's about. So in order to kind of put out word about this, we are launching a campaign. The theme is going to be the open road. Okay? It's going to have discount prices, of course. The open road theme, by the way, it's kind of like whoever you are, you're looking ahead at the possibilities. Where do you want to go in your career? We want to help you get there. The plus package is intended to be something you can use to get where you want to go. So whether you're someone just starting out, there's a tremendous amount for you at pros.com, tremendous amount in this community. Start doing Kudos, jump right in, get a mentor, take a training, complete your profile, put word out there. You don't have anything to lose. Take a chance. Be a little bit bold. You're an established translator. Maybe you're getting by, but you're not thriving yet. Pros.com is about increasing your client flow. So you can pick and choose the ones that are perfect for you. The ones that pay your rates. Never compromise. Set your rates, know what you need to make when you get a client like that, but you got to generate client flow. Invest in your business. It's just smart business. Maybe you're already that established translator. You're living the dream already. Well, maybe you give back. maybe it's the platform. Make pros.com your stage. Let the world know that there's a biology expert in the Seychelles. There's an aviation expert in, where was it? Turkey? Portugal. Sorry. You can do that through pros.com. Give a training, publish a glossary, sell it on TM Town. There's so much that we've built over the years for you, and we're going to develop so much more in this Plus package. That's the plan. That's what the 25 of us are here to do. Anyway, about the campaign, of course, we're launching this. We're giving you incentives to purchase now. Why are we, Plus isn't available. You don't get it yet. Why are we selling now in advance? Well, pros.com is a network. Some of these things, most of these things only work if we've got a network in place. So on day one, when when some of these new services go online, we need to have a network behind it. So we're giving these strong incentives for you to pre-order. Very strong incentives, let me say. How many minutes do we have left, Drew?
I've extended, so we've got about 13, 14 minutes. And I do want to make sure we get to the pricing and some other things. So, but you got another 12, 15 minutes.
Okay. So let me just ask, and hopefully we can get this feedback. I'm going on a little bit, not too much sleep. I hope I've made myself clear, these options. Just if you can give me a sense, are you all getting this? Or do I need to kind of explain more about those two options?
Why don't we ask folks to submit a little bit, see if they've got specific questions, and maybe I can help kind of reframe.
Start sending your questions. Start sending your questions while I finish talking about the campaign that we're launching. So the Open Road campaign, obviously this is big. This is big for pros.com. We think it's big for, really the industry's going in this direction. And, we're going to be one of the companies that helps take it there. So we wanted to do something really special with this campaign. We obviously were being very aggressive from a value standpoint. We're lowering the cost. People had been renewing at, a certain price, 20% higher than we're going to sell it for now. Renewing, not coming in new. So we're being very aggressive in value here. Very aggressive both on the standard and on the plus. If you buy now, there's an advantage to that. Okay, so it's subscription style, it's recurring subscription. You're buying in, it's going to renew at that rate unless something changes. We reserve the right, of course, to raise the price. But if we were to do that, you'd get a notification and you'd be able to cancel. It's not something we're going to do lightly. So it's likely if you buy, we can't predict the future, but it's likely that if you buy now, you're going to enjoy a rate that's less than other people pay for some time into the future. On top of that, we're very confident about the value of pros.com. Frankly, pros.com works. We calculated this year. We think this year we passed $1 billion in work passed through the site. That's just the initial client meeting. And our philosophy on purpose is you don't get a job at pros.com. You meet a client. And your relationship with that client can last for a career. You can make thousands and thousands of dollars. That's what we're doing. We're giving you those connections. So that just in the initial connections, $1 billion is passed through pros.com. It absolutely works. Tens of thousands of translators have built their client bases or improved their client bases using pros.com. And I don't care what your rates are. It's pros.com is where people go to find even the specialized translators that they know they have to pay more for. It's just a fact. Are we willing to back that up? Yes, absolutely. We have the satisfaction guarantee. Many of you know about that. With this plus package, we're doing something much more. I've never heard of a company doing it, honestly, but I don't know why we can't, to be quite honest with you. We're giving a guaranteed return on investment. We're getting a return on investment guarantee. Basically, we're saying if you buy this plus package, we guarantee that you'll be satisfied or you'll get at least as much money back as you put in. Read the terms on that, but basically, we're that confident. The data says that pros.com works. It works for most people, regardless of rates. Regardless of rates, whatever anyone will tell you. Of course, if you're charging 12 cents, 15 cents, you're not meeting clients at the same rate as someone charging half that, obviously. But when you meet that client, it pays for many more years of membership. So it works out. and we're putting our dollars behind that. So at the end of the year, if you're not satisfied, read the terms and conditions. You're going to come back and say, hey, membership doesn't work for me. And I didn't make that money. So we're going to say, okay, here it is. Here's your money back. We're going to ask you to close your profile because it's not working for you. The relationship doesn't work. That'll be that. If pros.com doesn't work for you, what's the point? We don't want your money. It's not about that. It's about helping you meet your objectives. That's what we do. That's how we have a company. Okay, so one more thing on the campaign. Many of you know with our campaigns, we want to draw attention. We do these prize giveaways. We've escalated over the years. First, we gave away, a cat tool. Thank you, vendors, for giving us free licenses to give away over the years. Then we started to give like a laptop, iPad, all these sorts of things. We started to give trips to our conferences. The last thing I think we gave was an all expenses paid vacation to Jamaica. Thanks for arranging that, Drew and family. But this time, next step, we want to make it even bigger. We want to show you our investment in this new package, our commitment to it. In one more way, we've got something that's consistent with the theme of Open Road. We're going to do a major giveaway. So every week, every Friday, starting today, we're going to give away an Apple Watch. Okay, Open Road, it's a fitness thing. Go out and run. You should be exercising as freelancers. We're going to give one away. You pick the one you want, up to $300, and then tell us your freelance story. We'll put your picture on our website. Every Friday, starting today. So you buy today, you get a chance to win. In addition to that, every Friday, the campaign continues, till the end of the year. And by the way, we have a special offer. This is a special offer for today. We want you to buy today. But the campaign, in whatever form, will continue through the end of the year. At the end of the year, we're going to do a major giveaway, our biggest giveaway ever. We're going to give away a new car. Nissan Juke. My friend designed it. I'm very proud of it, but I think it's a good car. It's popular in most areas around the world. Up to $25,000 value. So $25,000 value. Somebody will win that. Why are we doing that? We need you, right? We want to help you. We need you to help us help you. We need your profile data. Right? We need you to invest along with us. This stuff costs money. We're doing a lot of development. This is, join us, partner with us. Somebody's going to win a car. Now, let me be clear about this. Don't buy a membership in order for the chance to win a car. This is not a lottery. We don't want that. You can send a postcard to the office. You don't have to buy anything. Send a postcard to the office, name, address, profile, whatever. You're entered to win. Same as the person who buys standard package, same as the person who buys plus package. That's not the point of this. The point is we're inviting you to help us help you. We want fresh data to bring to outsourcers so that they come in and buy your services. It's supposed to get attention to it. Put out word if you want. Get your entry in, and someone's going to win a car. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Just one more way for us to deliver that dream for all of you. Now it's your move. There's a campaign page. Drew, do we have a way to share that link?
Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna drag this over and just put up my screen for just a moment, Henry. 1 minute, I'm gonna crop this so people can see it. So we do have this membership campaign going on right now. It's pros.com/professional membership. You can also click on
professional-membership.
Yeah, thank you. Also on the virtual conference navigation, there's a little link that says membership offer. Click on that and it'll take you right to this page. But so a lot of people have asked, so just want to make it really clear, the membership that you've always known, the standard membership, it's actually going down in price. $109, maybe less than what you've paid before. The plus package that Henry's been talking about, the plus membership, is normally going to be priced at $180. We think the value far exceeds that. But right now, you can buy for $149. And just remember all the benefits. You get all the video content training, all of the external client channels we're talking about, the basket of goods and services. You get that for $149. And you lock in that $149 price for the foreseeable future, and you get entered in to win all the prizes like the watches we're giving away every week, and you get entered in to win the car prize at the end of the year. And the biggest piece, and I think this is something that we really should expand on, Henry, is that ROI guarantee, right? So what we're doing, what Henry and pros.com is talking about, he's mentioned is kind of a little scary, a little bit nervous. This is a big change for pros in terms of this ROI guarantee. We know the value. Pros.com works for freelance translators, professional members, meet more clients. We are so confident. Henry is so confident in this version that he's putting a literal money where his mouth is on an ROI guarantee. And I want to make sure people understand that that's not a small thing. There has to be actual cash in a bank at the end of the year.
I think they got it. Yeah, I think they got it, Drew. Thank you. Thank you for pulling that all together. I just want to say, look, it's really complicated, and I should not fail to mention, as part of this, there's a bunch of stuff built over the years, 17 years, a lot of complication in the site. We've had partial memberships, short-term memberships, short-term partial memberships. We have hundreds and hundreds of options. We have to simplify. People have been able to buy access to Blue Board records with $1 or brownies points. That stuff all served a really useful purpose, 10, 15 years ago when some of our members didn't even have a way to get money to us. We're past that, not to be a big shot or anything, but, it's serious business now. We want to work with serious professionals. There's going to be less available for free. There's still going to be stuff available for free. Lots of stuff available for free, but we're just making a step in that direction. We got to reduce the overhead and the complexity. Some of the free stuff is going away, and some of this partial stuff is going away. So we've got good migration paths. We hope you migrate. We'll help you migrate, but we definitely might have missed some things. And so, a lot of times, if we got something wrong, we want to do right by you. Let us know. Like brownies discount stuff. I mean, we're talking about these things now. We already know we've missed some things, but we're going to make it right. We're going to fix it. Let's move forward together. Good luck on the open road. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, there's a couple that I really want to make sure we get to. We mentioned a CAT tool that will be included. It's not listed on the page now. Are we able to disclose the CAT tool that will be included? Is that able to be disclosed?
No, I don't want to say. People have guessed. It's not one of the biggest names. I don't want to say because it could affect their sales between now and the time that it becomes available. But it's a full-featured CAT tool, but it's not one of the big names.
Okay. And a lot of people have asked about if I just renewed my membership, if I've got membership for 6 more months, what can they do if they upgrade? What are some of the options if someone has current membership or they just renewed? Should they come to the pros booth and talk to staff? What can they do?
Okay. So we've tried really hard to think about every possible scenario, and there's a lot of scenarios. And when you get to that page, it should guide you in the things that apply to you. So let's say you've got a wallet balance. You should be able to use that wallet balance to pay for, because there's not going to be any more dollar Blue Boards and all that. So we're giving a way to cash those out. We're working on a way to cash out brownies, even though like this new payment service we're using doesn't understand brownies, of course. Your situation should have been addressed. If it isn't, tell us. Long-term members, for example, people that have bought 10 years of membership into the future. We have like 600 long-term members. Thank you very much. We considered your situation. We said, you know what? They've invested in us. You get the plus package for the first year free. We're just giving it to you. An email will go out and letting you know that you just have it. If you want it after that, okay, it costs us money. We want to ask you to pay an upgrade fee for the remainder. But, like I say, we've tried to consider every situation. If it hasn't been addressed, ask us.
Right. And certainly in the exhibit hall, go to the pros.com booth. We've got staff there. I'm happy to talk. And as Henry said, we've addressed a lot of those. If we've missed one, please let us know. Unfortunately, we've got to wrap this up, Henry, but if you want, we can talk about coming back at the end of the day. And we've got sessions content all throughout the rest of the day. That membership offer now, that link is available. Just go back to that session page, refresh. You'll see that membership offer, and that'll take you to the 2 different packages that we've talked about today. Henry, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Unfortunately, we've got to end this and get on to the next live session in about 5 minutes. But again, visit that pros booth in the exhibit hall and talk to folks and look at that membership offer. And we hope that you join us. We've got a lot of effort, as Henry says, been put into this, a lot of thought, and we think it's a really great option for professional translators, and we hope you do as well. And we hope you join us on this new membership on the open road, or rather the membership plus on the open road. Thanks, Henry.
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the content today. Bye-bye.